It's not innocence. It's their job. It's their job to know the law. They are in control of so many people's lives. That is the one thing. It's like that meme. You had one job. So I've come out of this now. I have to say I don't think I'd have come out of it without clonazepam. And I've got to now strike that, because what clonazepam does to me, as I've said before, it doesn't soothe me out of a panic state. Well, it does increasingly as I get panicky, but what I've used it mostly for historically is to unfreeze me so I can function. And but my trauma is very much in my stuff and packing and moving and dealing with my stuff. And the reason for that is because I've done it so many fucking times when I've been in a stress breakdown or I've been in other extraordinary stressful situations where I don't know where I'm going to be living. And so dealing with my stuff is a very, very, very legitimate form of trauma, because that's where my trauma is seated, having to move out in a great hurry by people who have no authority to make me move, but have corrupt legal officials behind them. So I'm going to be making complaints, and it's going to be kind of arduous, but it's going to be courts and tribunals. And I'm going to see if I can get into the civil enforcement side of things, because civil enforcement and then the level up, which is bailiffs and fines. It's called fines, but it's bailiffs as well. The bailiffs and the fines people, they just have to follow the court order, but they are, I've encountered very sympathetic, like the bailiff that these fucking crooked bitches got. He had heard it before and he was really sympathetic, and he said, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. And so this is something that I'm going to be raising at some point in some legal category, where these bitches are going on and on about how they evicted me, but what they don't have on their side is the moral truth and the actual truth of the situation. So the bailiff knew that he didn't have to evict me, but he said, I'm really sorry about it, and that's why I'm giving you the most, I'm giving you the most time possible, and I'm not going to get on your case until this time. Because I was already moving out, and these bitches broke and entered into my home on my last day, which was not even the day that we disagree about. It's the day that the last day of the tenancy, according to their fraudulent eviction. They broke and entered, and they left my bathroom window open, leaving my stuff unsecured. And I had this on ring cam, and they turned my ring cam around, which is I think that probably will come under the criminal category of interfering with a computer system, because it was facing my front door. It's my property. I wasn't filming them. If I'm allowed to, if someone enters my house against the law, I'm allowed to film them. So yeah, it's just so fucking wicked. And so the seat of their claims against me appear to be that I was a problem tenant whom they had to evict. No, I was an innocent tenant who got bullied and harassed out of my home by crooks who were standing between me and my legal rights, and lied their fucking asses off, hired a litigator to lie his ass off, appeared to have paid off or maybe just hit the jackpot with some fucking retarded adjudicators who broke criminal laws to approve the eviction. The two self-recused, pretty dodgy, huh? But no improvement in treatment of me. The third one came in. I recorded that whole session. Clearly I won, and yet he he granted them a possession order, which accounts to an eviction, which is different from just granting a termination. He granted them eviction. And this was, I had to, as I've said, I had to delay my movers booked for the day before the hearing because they would not adjourn the hearing for my termination for the reason that I said, well, I'm going to be moving out the day before, and they said that wasn't good enough reason. Have you heard anything more corrupt than that? I'm not saying have you heard of a worse impact on someone. I'm saying, have you heard anything more corrupt than that from a legal official? So I'm moving out. I've given notice, and I'm moving out. I have movers booked. And you're not going to adjourn the hearing about whether or not my tenancy should be terminated because you don't see, you're claiming that it's not a good enough reason to delay the hearing to terminate my tenancy when I'm got movers to move out the day before. Like, do you fucking believe that? And I have posted that to YouTube, and it's called Bendy Rex Woodhouse, if you want to look it up. Yeah. I kicked their ass on every legal point. And Rex was apparently amenable to everything I was saying, and he was being reasonably firm with Dominic Clapham, the fucking crook with a law degree and no legal skills. He was blustering and repeating irrelevant facts, and they got an eviction order for me when I had already given notice, and was trying to fucking move out. And yeah. And so you can, and so I got, when I was in the process of moving, because I had to delay from the 5th to the 25th, and I was in the process of moving, and I was already staying elsewhere at that point because it was such a jumble, and Homewood and police had turned my municipal water off, massive offence. So I was quite relieved to be able to move to somewhere that I could have proper showers and flush the toilet and stuff. That's when they broke and entered into my house on the last day the last day of my tenancy. That the eviction order had said, so they broke and entered, and they're claiming I was a problem tenant, and I'm paying them $8,000 or $9,000 back at $60 a week on court order for all sorts of fucking bullshit that the adjudicator has criminally ordered. I'm in social housing. I'm in not social housing. I'm in emergency housing. I am very badly cognitively injured. I am very physically unwell. I have no money. I have no support. I don't know if I'll ever have a home again. I've got no housing security. $60 a week is my food money. People are amazed, like social service providers are amazed that I can still buy a decent amount of food for $80 a week, which I've been doing since like 20, basically for my, many years, even though the consumer price index has gone wild with inflation and fucking everything that could go wrong. I can still somehow get it down to $80, and then you go down to $60, and that's my food money, and that's what I've got to pay these fucking creeps who owe me probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I now have to go to the food bank, and I'm probably going to go to the food bank every 7 weeks, like you're allowed to. It has to be every 7 weeks, and I choose my food so carefully, and I get food grants from MSD when they let me.